oath to your country. When you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of adjustment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number today. It's a great day. It's Thursday. Thursday is always exciting for me because it's the day before Friday. And tomorrow is Pop-Off Friday. It's also the day that I get to do my first Dr. Ken's Black History Quiz. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So make sure you hang around. I'll ask for a caller, and then the caller will be able to call in, and they'll ask them a question. They'll have four choices. Hey, baby. They'll have four choices, and if they get it right, they'll win a what? They'll win a Truth prize pack. So that'll be great. That'll be great, but y'all just got to listen tomorrow sometime between 4 and 6. I don't even know how many I can give away. How many can I give away each Friday? Like 1, 9, 5,627?
I think just one.
One? Yeah, we got to talk. Yeah, we got to go back and talk. I'll be like, can I please, baby, please, give away more? No, I want to say thank you for being here 3 minutes after the hour. Snowed a little bit today, and now it's pretty good. It's weird. Turned out pretty good. Hey, SC, how's it going? Quanda, thank you. Attendance hall. I'm taking attendance, so make sure everybody's here today. Sincere, Ronnie Ray Real, L. Dawson, good evening. How's everything going? So, because I got lambasted the other day, you know, I got to throw Quanda under the bus. Because I got all this junk in my pockets that I wish I could take out. I got to wait till break to take it out of my pockets. I don't want y'all knowing what's in my pockets. Ain't none of y'all business. You're not supposed to be able to see it, but you can because people are streaming and watching us live on YouTube and at 1017thetruth.com. And if you do, just make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a minute of the show. I'm just saying. But yeah, so I'm feeling a little, hey Lucretia, what's going on? I'm feeling some kind of way. And I'm trying to hold it in. But I had a question that I wanted to know, and I thought I'd ask you, and I'm interested in knowing your opinion on it. What is the fundamental truth every black person in America should believe about being black in America? Like if you ask every black person this, they would all say, I agree. Is there something that is powerful enough for us to do that? Because right now we've grown accustomed to being black in America is a weakness. Like there's a issue with it or something. So let me say that again for any of our fans now listening. You might not be on the talking text line or you might not be on the YouTube chat. I'm trying to get you to understand that being black was never a problem. Every time black people were left alone long enough to build anything, they built schools, businesses, neighborhoods, and at a time, they actually built wealth. And every time we built something strong, every time we built something that would last, it got burned, bombed, rezoned, redlined, flooded with highways, underfunded. Not because it was failing, but because we were actually succeeding. The lie America sold us once they released us from slavery, and even during slavery, was that our struggle was meant to be, we were just inferior. But I've seen over time, our struggle has made us powerful enough. Well, we know they saw us as needing control. They needed control over us. They needed money. They wanted free labor for wealth. That is why we were enslaved, not because we were lazy. Jim Crow wasn't about separation. It was about keeping black people out of economic opportunity. Redlining wasn't about you live in your neighborhood and I live in mine. It was about blocking black families from wealth. And when we lock you up for crimes that aren't crimes, or crimes that everybody else commits, but you can't, we remove black men from communities, labor markets. You think how MPS was funded was accidental? It's not that they don't invest. And all these people keep screaming and hollering, we need more money for school. We need money. We need money. The problem with it is that it's not that they're not investing. They're just not investing in you. They're not investing in your schools. And so the fundamental truth every black person needs to understand is if the America we have now had to work this hard to hold us back, that means that our natural position was always moving forward. We were never meant to be at the bottom. We were pushed there. And there's a difference because when you're naturally behind, right, you accept what's yours. All right, you came in last. All the grades came in. You came in last, so you get a C. Okay. You accept crumbs. But when you understand you were strategically blocked, you have to demand the table. That's why our ancestors fought so hard for education, not just to read, but to actually think. That is why they started building businesses in basements, built churches that doubled as banks, schools, organizing centers. That's why, even in chains, we sung for freedom. Being black was never a curse, even though they tried to find it in the Bible. It was a force so strong, it scared people. These same people created policies, laws, and practices to contain us. Right here in Milwaukee, we had thriving neighborhoods. Bronzeville, booming. Black doctors, lawyers, entertainers, business owners. What happened? They put a highway through it. Seized homes through eminent domain, property values crushed, generational wealth gone. Just like that. Not because the neighborhood was dangerous or there was crime. You just happen to be a knucklehead and put your house on valuable land. And they can see black people are doing well. See the pattern? Whenever black people progress, something conveniently changes. If you don't understand the system was designed to slow you down, you'll blame yourself for not being further. Oh, I should have just worked harder. Well, think about this. You'll say to yourself, right? Maybe I'm not that smart. Maybe I'm just bad with money. You've heard people, I'm just not good at math and science. We don't value education. Black people don't value education. We just can't get ahead because of the man. No, we valued education so much we learned it in secret during slavery. We valued money so much we built entire business districts like Bronzeville from scratch. We valued family so much they had to separate us to weaken us. And we value freedom so much they actually passed laws to limit it. So the problem was never our values. The problem was access, opportunity, intentional obstruction. And once you understand that, something changes in your spirit. And I can tell you right now, that's what happened to me. You stop shrinking, you stop apologizing, you stop accepting less, you start planning, you start building, you start investing, you start educating, and you start organizing because now you realize that you're not trying to catch up, you're reclaiming what other people delayed. It's not about staying motivated. It's about knowing your history so you don't internalize the oppression. It's about teaching your children that they come from builders and innovators because when a people believe they're naturally behind, they actually stay behind. But when people know that they've been strategically blocked, you move with purpose. You move with intention. You move with wisdom. So what's the fundamental truth every black person in America should believe? Well, we're not broken. The system was built to bend you. We're not inferior. You were restricted. And you're not behind. You're just a little delayed. And delays can be overcome. You see, we don't need permission to succeed. We need strategy. We don't need pity. We need power. We don't need to prove our worth. History, we already proved it. It already did that. Our job now is to build forward. Now, there's one thing you can add to all that truth about being black in America. And don't ever forget it. Through all this, jockeying back and forth and making sure you're having conversations with people and giving and taking, never ask for what you can take.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth. The award-winning 1017 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. Tune in for Dr. Ken's Trivia, spotlighting powerful facts and moments you need to know. And Tori Lowe's Our Voices, Our Stories, amplifying the youth, perspectives, and lived experiences that define who we are. Celebrating Black excellence, celebrating our history. All month long on 1017 The Truth.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you can save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family-owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, and I'm a member of Educators Credit Union, where your money is powered with purpose. So, Educators Credit Union community advocates. They're driven to uplift the Milwaukee community with donations to local organizations such as the Milwaukee Tool Library and sponsorship of events, large and small, that take place in your backyard. Make the switch, just like I did. Go to ECU.com, that's ECU.com, Educators Credit Union, insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility is required. 833-212-1017 is the number. What is on your mind today? I might do a little bit of open line today. What is on your mind? What is going on? We had a lot of things that have been happening in the neighborhood, in southeastern Wisconsin, in, well, strange places. Had a shooting down in Kenosha. One dead, high school student killed, 2 others wounded. So, happened on last night, shortly before 8 o'clock p.m. Police were called to the area of 6th Avenue and 60th, and police said a 16-year-old died at the scene and a 15 and 19-year-old were wounded. Fox 6 obtained a letter from Kenosha Unified School District that they sent, a letter they sent to families, and the district identified a Bradford High School student as the person killed and added that 2 Indian Trail high schoolers were also wounded, one critically. So that's unfortunate. But Here's the weird thing. Anybody? This isn't random violence. Like, these things are happening because other people do things. And, you know, is it a youthful indiscretion getting emotional, or is it, once again, we got another community traumatized before they even become adults? Like, we got kids now, you know, these kids have been through so much. I remember growing up and seeing the homicides in the neighborhood and the shootings and the stuff when I was in middle school and high school, and it just never dawned on me that it traumatized me. And I know that sounds a little trite, but it just never, you know, it was unfortunate. I remember a guy I grew up with and went to school with and was my age. He was probably at the time 20-ish, 21, 22. Got killed, and they put him in his garage on a table, and the family came home and opened up the garage to go into the garage and found him. And I mean, we were there when the police showed up at the house, not at their house, but down the street, and we saw it, and it was devastating. But it did not have the effect that it has today. Now, also back then, you still saw people get shot in movies and blown up and all kind of bad things in movies. What happened then and now? Why is it everything is so authentic today and people can't take it? But back in the day, it was like, it's like you knew it was fake. You knew, yeah, it's not real. That person really didn't die. And now everything is AI generated. Everything, and I'm being facetious when I say everything. Everything is AI generated. Everything is like life-threatening. We're so emotional about things that other people, you know, kind of went, yeah, well, that's unfortunate, but you got to toughen up, got to soldier on. Except you don't. You fall apart. I just don't understand that. Am I missing something? 833-212-1017 is the number. Am I just insensitive? Well, I mean, I know I am, but am I just insensitive or something? Or what am I missing? Like, what is missing before violence becomes the actual outcome? Like, do they just not know how to talk to each other? Is it what, you know, they don't have problem-solving skills. Well, most juveniles don't. They don't. De-escalation don't work because you're in the moment. So who's going to de-escalate? So I don't know. We keep talking this nonsense about the system failing kids. Parents failed kids. There's no system that failed your kid. Your kid shouldn't be in a quote-unquote system. Should have took care of them. Well, I had kids when I was young. Well, then you should have waited till you was older. But you can't have it both ways. You can't do what you want to do when you want to do it, and then when it goes south, expect us to pay for it. Nah, you should have listened in the first place. Did you just yawn? You that sleepy? That was loud. Even though nobody heard it, nobody would have known it until I said something, but I digress. He's just doing how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. So, I don't understand it. We keep talking about the system fails our kids. It doesn't stop at the school doors. When we come back, we're talking about leadership and accountability at the top. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen until you take care of your kids. And I was trying to argue with somebody today. All this nonsense doesn't matter. You need to take care of your kids. Teachers need to do their job. Well, they can't do it because they can't make enough money. But you went into the job knowing you went into the job. If I was going into education right now today and I wanted to be a K-12 teacher, I would not go to school unless I was on scholarship. Because you're not going to make enough money initially to be able to pay back a school loan. You're not. So I think we need to go back to normal schools. You know what a normal school is? A normal school was a school of education. like Illinois State University, Normal, Illinois. It used to be called Illinois State Normal University. They created universities to make educators, to teach people. They made other college professors, and they made K-12 teachers. And then it went from there, and they started adding stuff in agriculture and mechanics and all that stuff, and they went. But think about that. Just think about that. If we could get back to just having a school for teachers, that if you sign up for free, we'll send you to school for free to be a teacher, and then you'll get paid the money you pay, but we'll do it for free. Let the government pay for it. But now it's limited, just teachers. You don't get to expand it to, well, we need this over here, we need that over here, right? So I don't know. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I just don't understand. Reginald said, what y'all talking about, Dr. Ken? Take heart. Some people have been telling me the past 5 years that I need sensitivity training. You probably do. What does that mean, sensitivity training? I don't know what that is. Camille said, you're spot on, Dr. Ken. Too many games glorify tragedy. Yeah. That is true. That is true. So watch this. Got to take a side note. You know what I'm going to do? Can we take a break early? Yep. We're going to break. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. When we come back, I want to know. 833-212-1017 is the number. I got an idea for teaching. I'll give it to you when we're back. And now with 101.7 The Truth Traffic, here's Debbie Lazaga.
Hey there. Southbound 43, we've got some backups from Burleigh pretty much all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. After that, you're good to go into the Mitchell. Westbound on 94, backing up from before 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound, we've got backups from 92nd Street to Hawley Road. Still seeing some delays on the bypass. Basically, a little bit right past National Avenue to Oklahoma, and then more from Beloit Road down and around the Hale all the way to 76th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, chance for snow or a wintry mix, a low of 25. Tomorrow, slight chance for snow showers, becoming partly cloudy, breezy with falling temperatures, a high of 35. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call, and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call, and that's all.
They will do what they say they're going to do. One call, and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part? Knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
Day one, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry,
This is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
The Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Bucks have indicated to teams they are keeping Giannis Antetokounmpo through the trade deadline. The Milwaukee Bucks have agreed to trade Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey to the Phoenix Suns for Nick Richards and Nigel Hayes-Davis. Luke Fickell is the first returning Badgers coach in any sport not to get his contract extended since 2021, as UW Athletic Board did not renew his contract during their winter meetings. Fickell conveyed Wisconsin Athletic Director Chris McIntosh that he not be considered for an extension and have to focus on improving the team's performance instead of his contract situation. Fickell is entering his fourth season with a record of 17-21 overall. And Milwaukee men's basketball team played Detroit Mercy evenly after half, but could not close the gap after a scoring run ended the first half, falling 76-63 Wednesday night. The Panthers hit the road for a pair of games next up against Northern Kentucky Saturday. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. So before the break, I was talking about teachers, and I think we should create teachers' schools just for teachers, the way we used to have back in the day, back way before my day, where you're able to send them to school for free so they can become teachers and come back and teach, come back to the neighborhood and teach. I don't know if we have a generation that's willing to do that, because that means that they would have to actually sacrifice for somebody else. Right? They always want a job where they can get off early, get off on time, be able to do this, be able to do that without any real interference. They thought they wanted more money, but they'd rather have more freedom. And I get that. So then let's give them the job. But then let's make it so that they don't have to pay for school, that they can actually get their degree for free. They have to give us a minimum of, 8 years? 7 years in their particular K-12 classroom, and they're good. And that means you got to stay with a public school or private school system. You got to stay in the system. This only public school only crap, I think it's garbage. Parents should be able to take their kids where they want them to go. This public school only nonsense is just that. Because for us that sent our kids to private school and still paid for the public school dole and didn't get a dime for it, what about us? Too bad? No. So I think it's important that if we're going to pay for education with taxpayer dollars, let's pay for education. Just because it's private, it doesn't lessen it anymore. Or because your kid goes to a public school, it makes you better. Clearly, it's not better. What are your thoughts? 833-212-1017. Should we create normal schools again? Or should we create teacher schools? Not school of education inside a university like Concordia has. They have a school of education. I don't mean that. I mean an education school. Like, I want to be a teacher, and I'm going to the Harris School for Teachers. And that's where you go, and they teach you from, full K-12 and be done. And that way, I know my tax dollars are paying for more teachers. And I would set the same thing up for other professions. Watch this, for nursing. Now, here's what scares me about that. And I'm going to just be blunt because it's Black History Month. You can't get more blunt than that. White people are going to try to figure out a way for that not to happen. It's not fair. We didn't say white people couldn't go. That's not what we said. You can go. It's just, yeah. We need it. We need it for nursing too. And you can't change the conditions for 10 years. When you do, everyone else is grandfathered in until they graduate. Does that make sense? So watch this. Because you know what happens. When it looks like black people are going to really come in and they're going to excel, they start changing. Well, all the scores now. Watch this. I'll be honest. I saw it happen at Illinois State. There were black people in the School of Business at the time I was there who were about to graduate. And then they came in, and I don't either know if they didn't notify the students or the students got notified and they blew it off, or the university was just being, at the time, racist. All of a sudden, these students that are about to graduate come March, hey, these are the new requirements for the School of Business, and in order to graduate with a degree in business, you have to have like a 3.2, 3.3, whatever the grade point average was. And some students had like a 3.1. The minimum used to be like a 2.7. What they wanted to do is get rid of all these students that they felt weren't good enough. Oh, but we do have a way out. You can change your major to economics. And they all started, well, yeah, you can just, take an extra class. And, you'll just major in economics, and then you'll get your degree in economics. Not business, because we want our business school to be great. And you had this slew of black people who had the grade point average to graduate with a degree in business, get bounced over to economics. That's the type of change I talk about when I say they keep changing the rules when it looks like you're going to win. Crystal said, Dr. Ken, what about the taxpayers who do not have kids and their taxes go to pay public schools? So that's why you live here. Taxes go to pay garbage pickup, taxes go to pay for street lights, taxes go to pay for roads that people don't have cars, but yet they still pay for the roads because they own a house. You always pay for something that you don't own. If it were that proportional, many of us wouldn't have anything. But anyway, she goes on to say, do you see them complaining and asking for their dollars back? Nope, absolutely not. You want your garbage picked up? Then... Or you can just pay to get it picked up on your own. So all the people talking about, I live in a suburb. Yeah, I pay less in taxes. No, you don't pay less in taxes. They just get you in different ways. You got a fee. You got to get your garbage picked up. Yeah. And then you get a fine if your can isn't where it's supposed to be. A kind of nonsense stuff. I just, yeah. It just doesn't make any sense. There are very easy ways to overcome all of these issues. We just don't want to change it because the people that are in control, and in Milwaukee, sometimes black people, don't want to give up control. I heard somebody say the other day, and I had to call them out. My constituents, who? I'm a what? No, I'm not a constituent. If anything, I'm your worst nightmare. Don't do something we ask and then do something opposite and see. We'll get rid of you. We'll get rid of you. But as for the tax dollars, no, you don't get your tax dollars back. It goes into the pot like everything else. Federal tax, state tax, county tax, local tax. It just is what it is. I'm saying when it comes to education, I should be able to choose like everybody else.
We only have public schools because we want to really indoctrinate our kids. And we want our kids to be, what's the word they used? Patriotic. But they're really not. We want our kids to think a certain way and act a certain way and have a certain thing. But the bottom line is it won't matter. Because we'll never change it. We'll never change the education requirements because we're putting crap in kids' heads of what's important, what's not. Like I said the other day, buying a house is the most important thing in the world. No, it's not. Oh, you got to have equity. Yeah, if you want to make the bank rich, if you want to make the realtor rich. Other than that, it's not. Those little things. Crystal said you can choose, and you did. Oh, please, indoctrinated. That is Heritage Foundation BS. Well, Crystal, first, you don't know what you're talking about. And if you would actually go back and look at the history of education and the way it started and how it got adjusted pre-World War II and after World War II and during slavery and all that, that is how you pass down morals and values and all sorts of things into people. And that's how they taught how bad black people. I said, so, you say that, but the bottom line is, what do you mean you can choose and you did in terms of education? I don't understand what you mean. What exactly are you saying? I can choose. Some people don't have enough money to send their kid to a good school. They're stuck in the school they're in. So I don't really understand that. The Jordan said UW-Madison School of Education just changed requirements in the middle of student matriculation. Moving the goal line. Yeah. Absolutely. Some money they want, some funding they need, so they readjust to make sure. And those that get bounced out, get bounced out. They really want to control who's going to teach your kids. And those that follow all the nonsense that they teach in schools of education to teach your kids, that's what they do. Have you noticed they haven't changed how they teach in education schools for 50 years? All they've changed is the information. Okay, I want you to go teach. You ready? All right, go teach. You done? Okay, now you learned all this stuff you're supposed to learn. Pedagogy, all this stuff. You're going to learn all this curriculum and instruction. Okay, we got it. You ready? Now, I want you to go to a school, but I don't want you to teach yet. I want you to watch somebody else teach. Then I want you to teach like them. And we've been passing it on like that for generations. That's weird, but yet that's what we do. She said, if you want indoctrination, send your kids to a private religious school. Okay, rule number one. Indoctrination, I get it, but if I choose to send my children to a private religious school, as I did and it's Christian, that's not indoctrination because I chose it. I look at indoctrination as something and you don't know you're being taught that. My children grew up Christian, and that's what we sent them to, so I don't understand what you mean by indoctrination, number one. Seem to be anti-church or anti-religious schools or with private. I know you're anti-private schools. I get it. But the bottom line is, because the money comes from somebody, just because you're Christian and you pay taxes, your money isn't less than somebody that's non-Christian or don't want their kids to go to a non-MPS school. So what is that? Or a non-public school. So what is that? If you can direct your money to go where it goes, I can direct my money to go where it goes. But I think if you spend more time taking care of it, and I'm not calling out Crystal. If you spend more time taking care of your kids in your house and their education, you wouldn't be messing with mine. But we spend an inordinate amount of time dealing with other people's issues. Yours is jacked up, but you steady outside in your front yard hollering at your neighbors for not doing stuff. And here your family members are acting a fool behind your back. But anyway, if your child attends, L. Dawson said even if your child attends a public school as a parent, you're the first teacher. Put in them the value that will not change despite how or what they're taught. That's true. That's true. Crystal says, so earlier you said it's the parents' fault if they can't afford something because they're young. Now watch this. Why don't you put that in context of what I was talking about? But anyway, and they should have waited to have kids, but except for when it comes to schools. Okay, so couple things. Earlier you said that it is the parents' fault if they can't afford something because they were young. Right. So if you wait until you get married or are able to take care of your children for whatever reason, whether you agree or disagree or have children in and out of wedlock or whatever, you have kids. The better equipped you are to take care of them, the better equipped your children will be. But if you had a kid and you weren't married and you can't take care of them, or you're under 18 or whatever, that is your fault. Who else is it? I wasn't there. You were there. That's not a fault in a negative term. That's a fault as in you were there and you're responsible, the accountability part. So when it comes to school, school is compulsory. So there's nothing you can do about it. Whether you had that kid and you were supposed to, whether you were married or not, whether you could support it or not, whether or not you could do anything, once that child is born and they're at age 4, school's compulsory. What do you do? Hey, kindergarten's coming. What do? You send them to school, whether you like it or not, whether or not it works out for you, whether you have a card that you can get them there because the law says, and let me be clear, I've seen MPS and other public officials knocking on doors on every block. Hi, we have a report that you have X amount of kids at your house. How you know I got kids at my house? But I digress. They do. And they come in and they check and say, are your kids in school? Where are they in school at? Now, usually I just go, beat it, get off my porch, get away from me, and don't come back. They know. It's scary, though. Melody said, I paid out of pocket for parochial schools for both children. I did, too. 4th grade through 10th, $3,000 a year for both, 80 kids. In both schools, no shame here. Glad I could. My choice, definitely my money. Watch this, and then we'll go to break. 2 kids in the same school at the time end up costing me, well, first of all, one of them cost me about $4,700 a year. When the other one hit a few years later, I got a reduction, right? It cost me $7,500. Imagine that from 4K through 8th grade. Then from there, an all-girls high school that's at the time maxing out around 17, 18 a year per girl, because they didn't get discounts for like multiple students. And you work and you hustle. Meanwhile, you're still paying taxes for schools where your children are not, where you have less kids in schools, so you have more money, and I'm still double paying because I can't get my money back from the taxpayers because I make too much money, so I got to pay for my children to go to school. That is a choice I made. I love it. I think it was great. It was wonderful, and they did wonderful. So, that's it. Crystal said, I'm not against public schools. I'm against tax dollars for public schools that pay for private schools. What does it matter? If you'll take the same money to pay for college, why can't you pay for K-12? Like, what happened? Like, why do we have school choice for college but not for K-12? I could take federal tax dollars and pay for you to actually go to college. Give you a scholarship to go to college at Marquette. Why can't I pay for Marquette, but I can't pay for Marquette University High School? Does that make any sense to you? Well, technically, I guess you can. They might be a choice school. I don't know. And most parents can't afford it themselves. So I don't understand what it is you're talking about. What is the big deal about private schools? You just don't like private schools, or you think they're uppity or bougie? Or what is it? Public schools are terrible. And until they get better, and some are phenomenal, by the way. Some are great. Got to give it to them. But in the end, no, I know it's private, but does it take choice? That was the question. Does it take choice? And so the bottom line is tax dollars pay for whatever you decide to pay. It pays private companies to build houses. It pays private companies to build roads. Those aren't public companies. Those are private companies. They're making tens of millions, if not billions of dollars over the decades, rebuilding this city, rebuilding this state. But it's okay if they get paid, but God forbid we can't do it for education where your kid actually learns something. Doesn't make any sense. That's double-mindedness. And by the way, Marquette University High School is a choice school. That means if you make under whatever the amount is they set in the state of Wisconsin and you can afford it, go to school there. Africa Queen said, I agree with you, Crystal, on that indoctrination in these private religious schools. It's a private religious school. Look, what's wrong with you? You don't think they're indoctrinating people in public schools? You don't think that? Come on. And I know you didn't say that. I'm saying that for you. Are you serious? That's indoctrination. Anytime I tell you that George Washington never told a lie and you equate him to Jesus, something wrong.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th for the second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by Homer Blow and yours truly, Bailey Coleman. Celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017thetrutheawards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall.
This is your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update on the new 1017 The Truth.
The Milwaukee Juneau Pioneers went on the road and absolutely steamrolled the Milwaukee Bradley Tech Trojans 96-58. 4-star junior forward Dooney Johnson led the charge, pouring in 35 points as Juneau continues to put the city and the state on notice. With that win, the Pioneers improved to 14-1 on the season and extend their winning streak to 13 straight games. Now over to the girls of the Gold Division as the Golda Meir Owls dominated this past Tuesday night on the road at Milwaukee School of Languages, cruising to a 60-23 victory. Senior Anaya Blackman caught fire, dropping 30 points and knocking down 8 3-pointers. She was joined by senior Amira Taylor, who delivered a monster performance as well with 21 points and 21 rebounds. The Owls improved to 11-7 overall and 11-1 in conference, now tied atop the Gold Division with the Milwaukee King Lady Generals. Those two will meet to close the season with the conference title on the line.
This has been your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update. MPS proud and MPS strong.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready to move? Find your next home with Odom Investments and Property Management. Beautiful rentals, great locations, and professional service. All the way Odom Way. Call 855-ODOM-WAY. That's 855-ODOM-WAY. Or 855-636-6929. Your home is waiting.
Injured at work, unable to work due to health problems, or denied veteran benefits you're entitled to? Last year, Tayback Law returned over $73 million in wrongfully denied VA and Social Security benefits to people in our communities. Tayback Law celebrates Black History Month by bringing its message to 101.7 The Truth. The team is thrilled to see Milwaukee achieve this exciting new outlet for speaking truth to power. And Tayback Law is always ready to fight for you. Call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. We've been talking about education, or as I like to say, edumacation. Crystal says she saw what the Heritage Foundation was doing here in Wisconsin, expanding school choice for rich people when she intended it for parents who didn't have the money and needed an option. So what you're saying is that if you have money, you don't deserve an option either. Is that what you're saying? So say if I'm for all that kind of school choice, but there is not what is happening in Wisconsin, go back to that model and I'll shut up. Well, they're not going back to the model. So that's it. Last time I remember, the law said you had to make $64,999 in order to be eligible for choice. You had to make under $65,000. $65,000 today is not a lot of money. The way people complain and cry about how much money they make at work. So at some point, you can't be mad at a single parent or a two-parent household, right? Money gives you options, so the taxpayer paying it gives you options as well. Why is it that the person with money gets the option because they have money and the poor parent doesn't? That doesn't make any sense to me. Melody said we're smoking out the windows in the back of 8th grade, paper fights, little booze, MPS. Steuben, teacher knew. They finally got rid of him years later. Yeah. So, and they want to get rid of the money limit. They shouldn't get rid of, they who? Where does it say they want to get rid of the money limit? Who is that? Send that to me, whatever your source is, where you say you found it. And I say this because I don't think they should get rid of the money limit. However, they pay more in taxes than you do, so why should their tax money pay for your kid to go to school and it can't pay for their kid to go to school? If I make more money and I have a bigger house and I pay more in tax than you, then why can't I pay for my kid to go to school? Why not? Arizona has zero. There's no limit. So you got billionaires paying for their kids to go to private school. I don't have a problem with that. I got a problem with the billionaire part because it's not me. But I'm just saying, I understand what you're saying, and to a point we do agree, Crystal, but at some point there needs to be a limit. Lifting that limit, that's nonsense. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Top 5 at 5. Got it? Top 5 at 5 up next.
Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what, because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of adjustment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Melody said blue collar jobs just got 10 grand profit sharing annual thing. As a retired, they will reimburse me for $1,000 copays for Medicare from Social Security. Thanks, UAW and GM, the gift that keeps on giving. You know, it's the people that's working there now that's paying that for your gift, but I'm just saying. And the profit they make. So I'm just saying, that's what's up. That's up. Yeah, I remember that, Reginald. Going to the top floor to see what the culinary students. You could always get some food at MATC. Yep. Ooh. Anyway. All up in these weird commercials. So Africa Queen said it, and I talked about it the other day. What's up with all these weird commercials popping up on here? Is anyone else getting this mess? It's always too many doggone commercials. So you either got to pay for YouTube Premium or you got to take the commercials, because here's what's happening. The show has so many people watching it, and the channel has so many people watching it throughout the day that people are starting to be diverted to it. Does that make sense? The algorithm keeps popping it up in people's feeds and they're clicking it, which is great. So when we put clips on IG and Facebook, did we put clips on Facebook? Yeah, Facebook and X and TikTok. People see it and then they click back to see what's going on with the truth. Well, they come to YouTube. We've had enough where they feel like it's enough of y'all watching where we can, like, you know, have commercials because we want them to see it, because y'all, you know, ballers and shot callers, I guess. I don't know. Yes, I do know. It's great. We are a product of our success. And so we've been successful in building an audience, and the byproduct of that is commercials. Got it? All right. That one guy said they should make Dr. Ken do the ads. Why? I got to work. Reginald said they got to sell something. Not really a city girl said, the commercials are so annoying. Think about this. You have to complain about the commercials for us to be here. If you stop complaining about the commercials, we won't be here. Does that make sense? Okay. Not really city girls. Africa Queen, I think if you pay for a YouTube subscription, all the commercial ads will go away. Would you do that? Would you pay for YouTube to have YouTube?
I don't watch YouTube enough.
You don't watch YouTube enough?
No.
Really? What do you watch enough that you would want to subscribe?
I have Netflix and Disney and Hulu and Amazon.
Netflix, Disney, Hulu, which is the same thing, and Amazon. So I've got Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Apple TV. I used to have Paramount Plus, but I got rid of it. And within my Amazon subscription, I have BritBox, I have Masterpiece Theater. No, I did not get Masterpiece Theater. I am not going to say who in my house got Masterpiece Theater, but it wasn't me. Okay? All right. And I got something else I'm missing. That's it. I think that's all I have. And so it's nice, but eventually I'm going to start getting rid of some of it because I don't watch it all. Right now I watch it all. But if I start getting busy, like summertime, I get too busy. And in the summertime, I don't watch everything. So let me just look and see what I have. So I got a subscription to SiriusXM. I got Prime Video, HBO Max, Apple TV, Netflix, Hulu, and and Masterpiece, PBS Masterpiece, Hallmark, and BritBox. I don't know why I got Hallmark. Christmas is over. I can get rid of Hallmark. So those are the things that I have. So not really a city girl said, DJ Brother Z. Disney? Why you got Disney?
I had to watch the Royal Rumble last week.
The Royal Rumble was last weekend. L. Dawson said, I'll just wait for the skip button. Curly Q say, jumping back into the convo, heard someone mention the culinary restaurant at MATC. I love going down there for lunch when I worked there. Curly Q said, I'll pay for Spotify. I watch a lot of YouTube, but I ain't paying for it. Run me the skip button, please. And I'm still complaining about it. See, if you don't pay, they're just taking all your information from your browser and selling it. So you paying no matter what. I'm just saying. Africa Queen. One just popped up while Dr. Ken was talking. Right on the same side. Ah. Reginald said, I hope I can taste and enjoy whatever it is for dinner. Okay, I got to read stuff first because y'all be tripping. Some of y'all be tripping. I got to read it first. Not really. City Girl said, not me. I'll just wait on that skip to come up. The worst ads are the ones you can't skip through. That's kind of mean. That because I see the same ads you all see, but a little different. Like, I get ads too. I'm literally watching myself on YouTube, and I get ads. Thank you, Mal, for making us all feel bad. Thank you. I only do subscription with student discount. No discount, no money. So watch this. Are you a student? Or are you scamming? That's the question. Are you still using your student discount when you're no longer a student?
I just changed the settings so people shouldn't get as much anymore.
Okay. I'm not going to tell them that, though.
I literally just said it on air.
I'm still not going to tell them that, though.
All right, let me change it back.
I'm kidding. So we adjusted the settings a little, and you should.
Took me a day to figure it out, but I found it.
Okay. All right. Or we could just make more money.
Yeah, let me set it on high.
And they can help. They can help a brother out. They should get like 8
more ads for viewers, higher earnings potential.
I didn't say that. So if y'all start getting ads, that's on DJ Brother Z. Y'all know him. Y'all saying, where your camera at? Put your camera up. Look. You make them watch more ads and then put your camera up. See what happened. Today they were chasing a producer from Truth in the Afternoon down the road today because they were complaining about ads on YouTube. Then they'll be interviewing me. I don't know what got into them. I told them don't do it. I said, you know what, DJ Brother Z? I don't think it would be prudent to do that to our fans. Our beloved. Yeah. Got to talk it up good. Talk it up good. 833-212-1017 is the number. He said, y'all crazy. Mouse said, I'm a student for 10 more months. Right. Okay. So you graduating in December? Okay.
Number 5.
From CBS 58, y'all heard it already. Bucks decided not to trade Giannis. They acquired center Nick Richards in a trade with the Phoenix Suns. The Bucks elected not to trade Giannis Antetokounmpo after weeks of outside speculation. Giannis posted on social media following the end of the trade deadline saying, legends don't chase, they attract. I don't even know what that means. Like, what in the heck does that mean?
Well, he posted a clip, too, though.
Legends don't chase, they attract. What does that mean? And everybody that want to take up for Giannis, 833-212-1017. Text me, put it on the YouTube chat. I don't really understand what that means. The Bucks stayed relatively quiet, reportedly only making a 3-team deal with the Chicago Bulls and Phoenix Suns. And according to ESPN's Shams Charania, the Bucks are trading Anthony Cole and Amir Coffey to the Phoenix Suns for Nigel Hayes-Davis and getting Ousmane Dieng from the Bulls, while Nick Richards heads to the Bulls from the Suns. So, Hayes-Davis was a former All-Big Ten forward, helping the Wisconsin Badgers make back-to-back Final Fours in 2014 and 2015. He's fourth on the Badger all-time scoring list. After going undrafted, spent a season playing with the Lakers, the Kings, and the Raptors. 31-year-old spent 7 seasons playing overseas before signing with the Suns in the offseason. Played 27 games, averaging 1.3 points per game. Huh? that seem kind of low? It's only been 27 games. Still.
Number 4.
From JS Online, we knew it was going to happen. A Milwaukee-based headhunter to the rich worked for Jeffrey Epstein in 2013, seeking staff for the convicted sex offender's now notorious island and ranch. That's according to documents released by the U.S. Department of Justice. By the time Peter Mahler was hired by Epstein, the financier had been convicted of soliciting prostitution from a child in Florida and was accused in court documents of sexually assaulting dozens of girls, which have been widely covered in the media. Mahler owns an elite staffing business and a high-end boutique real estate firm with offices in Milwaukee, Beverly Hills, Palm Beach, Palm Springs, and elsewhere. He exchanged dozens of emails with Epstein and his staff, largely in 2013. Epstein was seeking to hire a personal assistant and a manager to work on his private Caribbean island and at his ranch in New Mexico. Epstein was largely dissatisfied with Mahler's performance, and the arrangement eventually soured, emails show. The emails provide insight into Epstein's particularities when it came to personal assistance and his penchant for scolding people who failed to meet his standards. In multiple messages, Mahler told Epstein's preference for Asian candidates. Mahler, who also sought to conceal Epstein's identity from candidates, referred to Epstein as Mr. Stone, according to emails. There's no indication of any illegal activity in the emails. Mahler has not been accused of or charged with any crimes. Mahler did not respond to phone messages or emails from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel on yesterday. It appears Epstein hired few, if any, of the candidates Mahler's firm referred to him. Relationships ended bitterly, with Epstein refusing to pay the balance of what he was owed. The emails offer a glimpse of how the disgraced financier did business, firing off terse emails with occasional misspellings. So, interesting. Those emails were in the batch of 3.5 million documents that were released on January 30th. So, here's my question. If nothing came out of this, why is this a news story? Right, that. Exactly.
Number 3.
This from TMJ4. Watch this. That was then, this is now. Isn't that mean? Isn't that mean? Okay. I'm trying to be mean. From TMJ4, teachers at Rufus King High School in Milwaukee give free haircuts to students after class. So, did you know what one of the best feelings is that we can all agree upon is getting a really good haircut? If you look in the mirror after a fresh cut, everything is perfect. I don't know if I'd be trusting teachers to give me a free haircut if they're not licensed. Is that even legal? Is that even legal? You're cutting people's hair? Now, if this is an apprentice program and you got people, learning how to cut, I don't know. I think it's cool, though. I think that is one of the best things I've seen. It all started a couple of years ago. Mr. LaFleur decided to bring his clippers to school and asked if any students want a haircut. A few took him up on the offer. Word got around. And then one of those people who heard about it was Emmanuel Johnson. The two share a passion for cutting hair and decided to team up. Give a student a new attitude and a new way to look at themselves and a new way to feel about themselves. So at the beginning of the 25-26 school year, they made things official, started a formal after-school club called The Shop in 310, which is inside Mr. LaFleur's classroom. It's another way for teachers to give back to students, and they both agree that students, they see their faces light up after a haircut is worth all the time and all the effort. And so in school, if a kid doesn't feel confident, their academics aren't really going to be that good usually. And so if they feel more confident in the way they look, they feel better about themselves. Now they can come to class. They're not hiding. They're not shy. And they're not causing issues, Mr. LaFleur said. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that is very cool. Now, if brother can get a haircut.
Number 2.
From StraightArrowNews.com, you've heard it throughout the last few days. So, Savannah Guthrie breaks her silence and makes a direct plea as investigators pursue new leads in her mother's suspected abduction. Plus, President Trump, calling the Minneapolis deaths very sad, said they shouldn't have happened. Experienced immigration enforcement in other cities. So there's a lot of things that are going around in the country right now. You're going to have to be careful. See, one of the things they're trying to do with Savannah Guthrie is they want proof of life. So they're want proof of life. The children have asked about 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. The children are growing concerned over health and safety, and her family's been making direct appeals. They know that her heart is fragile, her health is fragile. And in a video posted to Savannah's Instagram account, the family confirmed that they were aware of reports that a possible ransom letter was sent to local media outlet and obtained by TMZ. Authorities have not confirmed the letter's authenticity, and they had a news conference earlier, and they're going to figure out what it is they're going to do. There's breaking news on CNN regarding it right now that the FBI is releasing that the ransom note in the Guthrie case has a first deadline set at 5 p.m. today. And I don't know if that's 5 p.m. New York time, Central time, or Tucson time. If it's Tucson time, Tucson is 2 hours behind us, so it is 3:20 in Arizona.
Number 1.
This also from Straight Arrow News. Lawmakers are demanding answers after reports of ICE leaving death cards in Colorado. Y'all know what those are? Well, ICE officers have reportedly left so-called death cards behind after making arrests in Colorado. Now, Democratic lawmakers are demanding answers from the Department of Homeland Security. In January, reports surfaced that ICE agents were leaving Ace of Spades playing cards labeled ICE Denver field office inside vehicles after detaining individuals in Eagle County. Family members of detainees later discovered the cards. The imagery has drawn particular scrutiny because of its historical association with the Vietnam War. During the time, U.S. troops would leave an Ace of Spades cards in areas where Viet Cong soldiers were killed. Its symbol long viewed as intimidation. After reports began circulating, ICE said it launched an internal review and denounced the practice. ICE is investigating this situation, but unequivocally condemns the type of action and or officer conduct, the agency said in a statement. Once notified, ICE supervisors acted swiftly to address the issue. You okay with that? You okay? I mean, it's an intimidation. See, here's some of the issue I have. Sometimes they're meant to intimidate you so that you won't do it again or you won't support people that do wrong. Is that such a bad thing? Is that such a bad thing? There are certain things that happen in life that we need to experience, not in a bad way, but in a way so that it helps us understand how things go and how things should go and what things should be. And we've made life so easy. We've made life so easy for people. We've made life so smooth for people that when they actually run into a bump, they literally fall apart. They cry, they scream, they don't know how to act. That's why we have shootings. That's why we have cars, people speeding away. This is nonsensical. These are adults acting like children. And I never understood why until now. Eight 833-212-1017 is the number. When we come back, I want to dive into First of all, we're going to talk about the weather because it's 23 minutes after the hour and all that. It's about 32 degrees. I want to talk about, and I know I shouldn't, but I want to talk about Stoughton Park. I've seen us using drones for a lot of things, but I need you to tell me, is this okay?
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This Friday night, we have a city conference showdown as the Milwaukee Juneau Pioneers battle the Carmen Northwest Eagles. Fast breaks, big shots, and bragging rights on the line. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. The City Conference Game of the Week on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We're just waiting on Kyle to finish updating all the scripts and stuff in the studio because, you know, Kyle just wanted to, come on, put it over here so I can smack it. So I can smack it. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, 833. Are y'all laughing at me? You know what?
You said, put it over here so I can smack it. I said, Ken, you old freak.
What's that? What's the words to the whip it, something, smack it down, something like that? Say that. What that song go? What that? Twist it, pull it. And then some of the lyrics go like, "Don't stop, get it, don't." Anyway, you're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Y'all crazy. Yeah, crazy. Let me go back to the talking text line because I've been remiss. Dr. Ken, you need sensitivity training when you talk to Sandra. It seems like she gets your blood boiling. Not at all. We go back and forth. We always do that. I have mad respect for Sandra. Ann says some city public schools are better than others. Do some research. Look into suburban transfer program. DSHA costs are unbelievable now. Choice for everyone. No, everybody don't get choice. Hang on now. Let me check. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that's about what it was. Yeah, so by the time you include additional costs for books, uniforms, and all that, and fees, it comes up to about 20. So yeah, that's about right. Right now, tuition is $17,630. Well, that's about what I paid when they were there back in the. I think when was the yeah, back in 10s, 15s. So yeah, that's only like a $3,000 difference. That's over 10 years. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. But again, if you got a good job and you can pay for it, then that's what you did. But if you didn't, it's a lot of money. But anyway, let me go back to the talking text line. Marquette High gave my son a full scholarship. Okay, good. There are non-religious private schools out there. Sure, there are. University school. Many new private schools are adopting the classic education model of great books. Yes, they are. Reading, writing, arithmetic. Milwaukee Southside seems to have many good private schools. A group of black community leaders have advocated for school choice for ages. They have. School choice promoters need to re-energize and start making noise like ICE protesters. This is all Ann. And then Ann said, the truth has far more advertising now used to be mainly PSAs. It's a good thing. MATC had a program for bakers. When I was there, it smelled amazing. The Buck should take some time and think this through. Which was fine until Kyle showed up, and then everybody's, oh, hi, Kyle. Really? 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 Al, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. How are you?
So, yes, it's up to the parents on how much they want to indulge in their kids' education. Whether they go to private school or public school,
right?
Sit down and talk to the kid, because everything doesn't have to be taught in that school. If you find it important enough, you will find a way to pay for it. You know, find out what's your kids' goals, what's their desires. Maybe that school might not have it. Maybe you can find a school that's outside of that school where they can learn and be educated about it. Sometimes we put so much on a public or private school, but when the parent really sit down, she can say, well, you know what, I want him to learn something that might not be taught at that school that makes him a commodity. The thing is, we got to stop falling into the normal thing of putting it all on the school, because your kids is only it's going to only be so successful, and then how you make them successful. But if you want their education to be important, you will find a way to pay for it. So we got to remove that I can't afford. You can afford it when you want something else, and if their education is a priority, you will find a way, and he will find a way by getting them good grades, so you won't take a loss on your money. So you can feel inspired and proud about the investment that you put into society, and it didn't come from his school; it came from his mother and father, or vice versa.
All right.
Have a good day.
Thank you much.
Bye-bye.
Now, something I want to add to that before we go to break is that many times you have to understand that when your kid does great and they go to school, if they give a scholarship, they may be able to control what your child majors in. They may try to control. And depending on the school you come from, right, your school's grades may be a little higher than everybody else's. Because I got to be honest with you, Divine Savior Holy Angels and Marquette University High School and University School are coded differently for high schools for entry than other schools. Their classwork is college level. So getting a C at DSHA or Marquette University High School is like getting an A at MPS or an A in a public school, period. Not just MPS. A couple suburban schools too, and a few private schools. So understand you're held to a different standard. You're not given as much. Public schools like UW give money to public school students. They don't give a lot of money to private school students. They don't care. And I found that out. It's terrible. It's terrible. And so for me, if I have trouble with public education in college, I'm not sending my kids to a public school. I'm sending them to a private school. One of my children went to a private school. One went to a public school. Went to a public school because that's where they chose. It was the best school for them. And it was proof positive that scholarship at public education can do you well, and public education, I'm speaking for the college level, is phenomenal. It just is. That's where the danger comes from being indoctrinated in politics and all that nonsense. But at least you're an adult, so you're able to kind of push back. But I don't know. I'm trying to follow what it is you all are talking about. About somebody being missing. Let me see. Missing too. So you know about somebody being missing? Okay. We don't know we got to get Dr. Fuller in here. We got to call and see if we can get Dr. Fuller in on the show. Let me see. The don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff, 27-year-old is missing.
He reportedly left his Georgia home.
Who?
Lil Jon's son.
Okay.
He's 27.
Okay.
Nathan Smith.
Okay. Nathan
DJ
Smith?
DJ Young Slade.
Okay.
He was last seen 6 a.m. on Tuesday.
Doing what? Reginald, why do you say that? I'm not going to say it on the air, but why do you say that? Let me do some searching.
He may be disoriented and in need of assistance, the Milton Police Department say.
And what's his name again?
Nathan Smith, 27-year-old. Family and friends are concerned for his safety.
Okay. Interesting. And that's Lil Jon's son? You know, you must be pretty old if you got a 27-year-old son. Yeah, that's pretty. Interesting. Very interesting. So we'll keep you posted on what's going on with, let me get the name right, Nathan Smith, who is the son of Lil Jon, who's reported missing, been missing since about 6 o'clock this morning. And he's missing from the Atlanta area. This is weird. Go away. You know, when Google gets on a bone, it's like a dog on a bone. It just keeps giving you the same crap that you're not asking for. Yep. So let me give it to you. Georgia Milton Police Department has issued a missing persons alert for Nathan Murray Smith, the 27-year-old musician who performs as DJ Young Slade and is the son of rapper Lil Jon. Authorities say Smith was last seen Tuesday morning near Baldwin Drive and Mayfield Road and has not been located. Police say Smith left his home at about 6 a.m. on foot without a phone, maybe disoriented. A detail that has been heightened concern for his well-being. Milton officers and family members are urging anyone who may have seen him or who has information about his whereabouts to contact investigators immediately. So here's the weird part. Whoever wrote this, somebody needs to teach people who are journalists today. You don't type in all bold, you don't type in all caps, and you don't bold. This entire website, BET, has a story and it's all bold. Like, who does that? Well, I guess that's our way of making it black. Well, you make it hard to read. Like, this is a boomer moment. No. That's not a boomer moment, and you don't know what you're talking about. If you saw this website, you would laugh. You would laugh. Come here. Come around here. Get over here. Look at this nonsense. It's all bold. Oh all that. Look at that. You can't even read that. No, come here. Let me give you a different one.
What?
Let me give you a different one. Now let's look at a real website that doesn't look like it's made by a 2-year-old. See? Bold that, but then you got regular writing. Regular, where you can read it and it's instead of that nonsensical.
All right, Dr. Ken.
You know what? I'm going to throw something at you. Get out of here. Y'all see how I get treated? Y'all see how I get treated? I should be here crying because I just get treated so bad. I get treated so bad. But if you want me to treat you great, then you need to be listening tomorrow for Dr. Ken's Trivia. It's not just questions, it's culture, it's facts. They don't teach you stories that actually matter about Black history. We'll test what you know and teach you something along the way. Lock in. First, second, and third Friday in February. Bring your brain with you. Dr. Ken's Trivia, Fridays during Black History Month on Truth in the Afternoon with me, Dr. Ken Harris. For contest rules, see goodkarmabrands.com. So here's how it's going to work tomorrow. I'm going to call a caller number. You're going to call in, and I'm going to ask you a question. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Is the answer A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, all that. And you pick one. And if you pick right, you win. If you don't, you lose. And if you lose, we're going to take another caller. And then we're going to take the next caller until somebody wins. And each Friday, we're going to give away a Truth Prize Pack. All right? So I might have like 3, 4, 5 callers lined up, and I'm going to take the first one and say, hey. And if you win, bam, the other people don't. But if you don't win, whoever's next, they get the new question. Because you're not going to get the same question. Come on now. That's some millennial Gen Z, Brother Z type thing. Or you can just ask me the question. I'll get it right. I just told you that. he's smiling like, yep, that's right. We're going to do that. All right. So we're going to have a great time tomorrow. I think it'll be great. I think we'll have a great time tomorrow because everything's coming up. We just got a fun-filled month right now. We got the Friday, the 20th is the second annual Truth Community Awards. It's going to be great. Tickets are on sale. Go to 1017thetruth.com. Click the big old tile sitting right there and just click it. Go to Eventbrite, buy a ticket. Come join us. Have a great time. What I think you'll experience is hanging out with the Truth team. Everybody gonna be there, producers, show hosts, all that. It's going to be hosted. Homer Blow, Bailey Coleman, 5:30 till 8 p.m. at Venue 3. So it's gonna be great. Community awards are presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel, sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffel's Cousin Subs, and Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall. Put it on your calendar, buy a ticket, And for God's sake, show up. All right? All right. Let me get back to this because I don't feel like getting hollered at. Quanda says, what was wrong with you? Yeah, y'all keep Quanda in your prayers. And that's all I'm going to say. Y'all just keep in your prayers. She hanging in there. She's doing okay. She's typing. This mouth elephant always in trouble. Wow. What are y'all talking about? I really going to say, I don't know. I'm going to pick one, Batman or Spider. Oh, come on. You know what they done got back into now? Batman versus Spider-Man. Are you serious? So what about you, Batman or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. That's what I'm talking about. That's a boomer move right there, though. But, I'm just saying. That's a boomer move. Spider-Man is it. Spider-Man or Batman? You know what? We may as well make that our poll today. Are you Spider-Man or Batman? Who was that? Thank you, not really a city girl. Spider-Man or Batman? Choose one. I'm just saying. I would choose Spider-Man. 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 I loved Spider-Man when I was growing up. I absolutely loved Spider-Man growing up. I watched all the TV shows. I even sung the song. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size. Catches thieves just like flies. Look out. Here come the Spider-Man. Did you know that, DJ Brother Z? Okay, we're not doing this, Babar. We're not going back and forth and all that. It's only Spider-Man and Batman. Nobody else counts. So we ain't talking about Batman. We ain't talking about Blank Man, a meteor. We ain't doing all that. We talking about Spider-Man or Batman. That's it. Those are the only two that really count. Everybody else, like did Superman die? Like in one of the movies or one of the comics, Superman died. And then they brought somebody back to life or DNA or whatever they used. But either way, it was just, I don't know. I'm not really into, I never liked Superman. I never really liked Superman. I never really liked Superman. He was kind of fake. It's just Spider-Man, Superman. Now I like, my boy, Black Panther. And now with the late, great, final traffic check of the day, here's Debbie Lazaga.
Southbound on 43, a hefty ride for you right now from about Burleigh, make that Keith, all the way down through the Marquette interchange and over the high-rise bridge. But wait, there's more. You get to slow down again at Beecher all the way down to the KK River crossing. On the northbound side, we've got backups from Kilbourne all the way up to North Avenue. Westbound 94, heavy ride from 27th Street past Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound from just past 84th Street to just past 68th. Not quite to Holly Road. Southbound on 41 does have some backups, primarily just south of Silver Spring, down past Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, chance for snow or a wintry mix, a low of 25. Tomorrow, slight chance for snow showers, becoming partly cloudy, breezy with falling temperatures, a high of 35. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Day 1, diagnosis day, the hardest day, the day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
On Wednesday night, the Milwaukee Panthers complete their homestand as they host the Detroit Mercy Titans at the UWM Panther Arena.
We feed the block. Franklin, contact, yes! Score it in 1. Back to the top, Dixon. Driving right, step back, wing 3 on the way, and he hit it! Josh Dixon with a ceiling scraper.
Scott Warris has the coverage starting at 6:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 7 o'clock.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Bucks have indicated to teams they are keeping Giannis Antetokounmpo through the trade deadline. The Milwaukee Bucks have agreed to trade Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey to the Phoenix Suns for Nick Richards and Nigel Hayes-Davis. Luke Fickell is the first returning Badgers coach in any sport not to get his contract extended since 2021, as UW Athletic Board did not renew his contract during their winter meetings. Fickell conveyed Wisconsin Athletic Director Chris McIntosh that he not be considered for an extension and have to focus on improving the team's performance instead of his contract situation. Fickell is entering his 4th season with a record of 17-21 overall. And Milwaukee men's basketball team played Detroit Mercy evenly after half, but could not close the gap after a scoring run ended the first half, falling 76-63 Wednesday night. The Panthers hit the road for a pair of games next up against Northern Kentucky Saturday. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
The award-winning 101.7 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence in the most monumental moments in our history. All month long, we'll be honoring the voices, the stories, and the achievements that have shaped our past, empowered our present, and continue to inspire our future. Tune in to me Dr. Ken Harris for more powerful facts each and every day this week and each and every day this month. A moment you need to know with Tori Lowe, Our Voices, Our Stories. He's amplifying the youth, the perspectives, and the lives experienced, all those things that define who we are. Tune in all month long to 1017thetruth.com. Uplift the legacy and show the brilliance and the power of Black history, because Black history isn't just history, it's happening every day. 1017 The Truth's celebration of Black History Month is proudly sponsored by my credit union, Educators Credit Union, and Tayback Law. So have a great time. Believe it or not, Batman beat out Spider-Man, but I gotta tell you, the issue I'm having is that you only said Batman because I said Spider-Man. So I'm just saying. Have a great evening. God bless. Take care. DJ Brother Z, appreciate you. God bless y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.
Be quiet.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee,